their success, paradoxically, came back to haunt them. With so many people living in ever-expanding larger groups, how did we begin to scale trust to individuals who weren't family? As we will explore in this book, humans innovated novel ways to solve this problem. The next solution after kin was friendship. Rare in the animal kingdom, friendships worked keenly for humans living in face-to-face social worlds. Humans are not the only species with friendship, but it's not typical in the animal world, and the way human friendship is expressed is special. Friendship serves as our species' crowning ethical achievement and has been suggested to be the origin point for the evolutionary emergence of morality. As opined by Nicholas Christakis, our assembly into networks of friendships sets the stage for the emergence of moral sentiments. At their core, moral compunctions relate to how people interact with others, especially those who are not kin and for whom the bonds of kinship and the inexorable workings of inclusive fitness are not enough of a guide. Friendship lays the foundation for morality. Perhaps the most noble and virtuous quality ever produced by natural selection is the transcendence of kin selection to a truly moral sensibility expressed by way of friendship. After all, friends don't need to have sex with each other or share in child-rearing in order to feel that they have a special relationship. This, too, was a novel, innovative answer to the question, in whom do you put your trust? But at this point in the evolutionary story, our ancestors were multiplying in droves. Friendship and kin selection gave us the new and unprecedented heroes of the Paleolithic, the avengers of kin and kith. Myths and legends remain of their exploits. A mother laying down her life for her daughter, a blood brother giving his life for a friend. These were all canonized in the stories that our ancestors passed down by word of mouth, which were later written down by scribes. But this success came with another round of costs incurred by increases to scale. We were so successful in reproducing that we became encroached by strangers. Humanity needed a new answer to the trust dilemma. The answer was to become tribal. As we explore the natural history of tribalism, we will see that some 300,000 years ago, humans chanced upon a revolutionary adaptation that led to the encoding of the tribe drive in our DNA. This was the evolution of nested groups, each with their own particular symbols and enshrined shared myths and values that bound participants together in trusting relationships. All tribes are, in effect, a type of secret society, and the passwords to unlocking full rights and responsibilities of membership reside in the symbols used to verify that one is part of the tribe. Religion is one such signal. The ancient Israelites recorded it in their sacred texts in Psalms 16, verse 1. Preserve me, O God, for in you I put my trust. The Mesopotamian goat herders of 3,000 years ago were putting to scale the tribal solution our African ancestors had innovated 300,000 years beforehand. If we all believe in the same tribal God, we can trust each other even though we may have never before met. If your signal is not received as honest, you gain no entrance into the social inner sanctum. But if others recognize your signals as honest, you pass the test, and you are treated with a positive bias and, buttressed by your shared identity protective cognition, you are given tribal privileges. Humanity had a new way to promote cooperation, but at a terrible, horrific cost. Once in-groups exist, by definition, so too do out-groups. It was both feature and bug, curse and blessing. This book is an exploration of the natural history of how our species innovated tribalism as a novel answer to the trust paradox. I believe a deep, scientifically robust understanding of the contours of this adaptation will be critical to the survival of our species. In the opening chapter of Part 1 on the science of tribalism, we confront one of the greatest mysteries in science. How do we get from a gene to a behavior? To get to the root of this problem, we'll begin by exploring the ways in which the drive to be tribal, henceforth the tribe drive, significantly and mostly imperceptibly influenced my life. But to do this, we'll have to pose the fundamental question, what is a drive? What does it feel like to be influenced by your genes, hormones, brain?